Chapter 12, The Quiet Agreement. Evening settled gently over Malfoy Manor. The sky dimmed into soft shades of amber and grey, casting long shadows through the tall windows. The estate seemed calm, unchanged, unmoved. But Draco knew better. Nothing here was ever truly still. He stood in the corridor just outside the main study. Lucius was inside. Not alone. Voices, low, controlled, filtered faintly through the door. Draco didn't step closer. Didn't try to listen. Not this time. Too risky. Instead, he waited. Leaning slightly against the wall, his expression neutral, his presence casual. Just a son waiting. Nothing more. Minutes passed. Then, the door opened. Two men stepped out, both dressed in dark robes, their expressions unreadable. Their eyes flickered toward Draco briefly. Assessing. Judging. Then they left. Without a word. Draco didn't react. Didn't acknowledge them. He simply pushed off the wall and walked forward. Knocked once. Then entered. Lucius stood near the desk, his posture unchanged, as if the conversation from moments ago had never happened. But Draco noticed. The slight tension. The controlled stillness. You were listening. Not a question. Draco closed the door behind him. No. A simple answer. Calm. Direct. Lucius watched him for a moment. Then. Good. Draco stepped further into the room. Not too close. Not too distant. Balanced. Measured. I wanted to ask something. Lucius raised an eyebrow slightly. Then ask. Draco paused briefly. Not to hesitate, but to choose his words. Carefully. Those men, he began, they're not ordinary allies. A statement. Not a question. Lucius didn't deny it. They are not. Draco nodded slightly. Then. I want to understand. Silence. Not hostile. But heavy. Lucius walked slowly behind his desk. Sat down. Folded his hands. You're young. Draco didn't move. That doesn't mean I have to be ignorant. A faint shift. Subtle. But real. Lucius' gaze sharpened. You believe knowledge makes you stronger. Yes. Even when that knowledge is dangerous. Draco didn't hesitate. Especially then. Silence fell again. Longer this time. Lucius leaned back slightly. Studying him. Not as a child. But as something else. Something. Changing. You grown bold. Draco's expression didn't change. Ive grown aver. Another pause. Then. Lucius spoke again. Slower. More deliberate. There are forces in this world, he said, that do not tolerate weakness. Draco listened. Carefully. They demand loyalty. Control. Precision. Each word carried weight. Not just information. Warning. And if you fail them. Lucius continued. You are discarded. Draco's eyes darkened slightly. Just like I thought. I don't intend to fail. Lucius' gaze locked onto him. And what makes you believe you won't? Draco held his stare. Unwavering. Because I'm preparing. Silence. Not rejection. Not acceptance. Just evaluation. Then. Lucius nodded once. Good. A small word. But significant. You will need that mindset, Lucius continued. Because soon. Preparation will not be enough. Draco's thoughts sharpened instantly. Soon. Not later. Not distant. Soon. He stepped slightly closer. Then teach me. Lucius didn't respond immediately. Instead, he reached for his wand. Turned it slowly between his fingers. Why? Draco didn't look away. Because I won't rely on assumptions. A pause. Then. I'd rather understand reality than be protected by ignorance. Lucius' lips curved slightly. Not quite a smile. But close. Very well. Draco's breath remained steady. But inside. Something shifted. Lucius stood. Walked around the desk. Stopped in front of him. From now on, he said, your training will change. Draco listened. Focused. No more basic exercises. Good. No more guided steps. Better. You will observe. Draco nodded slightly. You will analyze. Expected. And when necessary. Lucius' voice lowered slightly. You will act. Draco's eyes sharpened. Act. Not follow. Act. I understand. Lucius studied him one last time. Then. Do you? A test. Simple. Direct. Draco didn't answer immediately. He didn't need to. Because this wasn't about words. I will. Not certainty. Not arrogance. Just intent. Lucius turned away. Then we begin tomorrow. Draco stepped back. Giving space. Maintaining distance. At the door. He paused. Father. Lucius didn't turn. Yes. Draco's voice remained calm. Controlled. I won't be a liability. Silence. Then. See that you aren't. Draco left. The door closed behind him. The corridor felt colder now. Heavier. But his steps. didn't slow. Because something had changed. Not his strength. Not his skill. But his position. Lucius Malfoy no longer saw him as just a child. And that was both an opportunity and a risk. Draco walked forward, his mind already shifting. Planning. Calculating. Training will change. Expectations will rise. Pressure will increase. Good. That's exactly what he needed. Because the next phase wasn't about growth anymore. It was about survival. And Draco Malfoy had no intention of falling behind.